Yes, of course.
식물 도난 사건. 신경을 안 써.
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
식물이 어떤 식물이
They were
비싼
rare and
식물이야?
exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition.
희귀 식물.
We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were
5일이나
forced.
지났는데
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
정비가 없었고.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
명. 아, 학생이구나. 직원이 아니라. 오늘 로딩이 좀 긴 것
Here it
같아.
is. This is the place where the
조상
stolen plants
헬스물이다.
were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn,
던.
he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were
그걸
good
어떻게 알아?
friends.
오늘 처음 왔는데.
He
아,
was my
아빠야?
father.
Oh dear.
그러면
Our
힘들만 하지.
condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he
착하네.
died here, in the large glass house.
Holmes,
Yes, just here,
아,
near
여기서
the door to
죽은
the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
거. 여기서 사람이 돌아갔다.
do not touch.
뭐지 이거? 조사할 게 없는데? 아씨 나와 뭐하는 거야 너.
According to Albert, this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead.
발자국.
The traces are thinner in some places.
근데 이틀 전에
These boot marks are fresh.
사건이
It
일어났는데
appears as though someone was dragging their feet. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here. The door was smashed at shoulder height.
문을 밀어제꼈다고?
This door handle is new. It was recently changed.
손잡이는 새 거고.
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot. The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the
동일한 건지
ground.
어떻게 하는 거야? 보기만 하고.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
여기는 뭔가 맨눈으로
This
조사할 게
pot was
많네.
broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
여기 있다.
The esconson was breached near the handle. The door was
오늘 어깨로
forced from
밀어서
the
깼네.
inside of the colonial collection room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the colonial collection.
This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it.
아까 발자국이 여기 있었으니까 일로 떨어진 거구나. 식민지 전시실.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
아, 마라톤 이동이 안 돼. 여긴가? 여기 뭔가 길이 굉장히 복잡한 것만 같은 느낌이야.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
알버트 여기 있었구나. 조사를 하자. 피통에 잠긴 상태. 탑. 면도하다가 난 상처. 아직 어린애구나. 깨끗한 손. 식물원에서 일하는데 손이 깨끗하다고?
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon. Harm House.
나 밖에 나오는 길이고. 뭔가 약간 강렬해 보인다. 값싼 근시용 안경. 옷은 자주 빨진 않는 것 같아. 미혼. 정원사의 손. 야, 손만 보고 어떻게 정원사인지 아닌지 알아? 쩐다.
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
성 심장마비.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
끝이야?
Colonial Collection.
최대형
Harm
온실.
House. Dry
롯데식물관.
Tropics. Seed House. Nursery. Ventilation System. Director's Office, Cloakroom, and Laboratory. A map of Kew Gardens.
잠깐만. 일로 가야 되나?
Water Lily Greenhouse.
지금 위치가 어디지? 식민지박물관. 여기?
Locked.
사무실이고. 이 안쪽인가? 와, 여기 되게 복잡하다. 아까 거기가 사무실이었으니까. 내가 여기 들어갔으니까. 뭐 이렇게 복잡해? 여긴가?
Nursery.
농욕장이고. 종자 보관실.
There is a smell of burning.
어? 저기가 어디지? 검은 연기가. 불구덩이, 부서진 화분.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
응?
A protective mask.
방독면이 뭐 이렇게 무섭게 생겼냐?
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn. A broom handle was half burned.
또 뭐가 있을까?
The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned.
저거 파리지옥 아닌가? 파리지옥처럼 생긴데.
A door handle? Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire? The door handle to the colonial collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material. The remains of a picture frame.
문, 손잡이, 액자, 화분, 열대식물관. 그러면? 잠깐만. 열대식물관. 아, 저기 지나쳐서 가면 되겠다. 아, 나와! 얘 왜 이렇게 길을 막니? 뭐야, 너 잠깐 뭐야? 아, 나와. 왓슨, 나와줘. 너 그냥 집에 가라, 야. 되게 걸리적거리네, 이제. 여기겠지? 여긴 수상식물관인데? 여긴가?
Very strange. Half of the colonial collection is absent.
여기야?
The smell is strong. It is a detergent.
세정제라. 반짝이는 돌.
This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow. A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture. These windows were perfectly cleaned. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned.
이걸 닦으려고. 여기는 뭔데 이렇게 작어?
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
식민지에서. 서재 확인하기.
Blood. Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
밀고 들어와서 저거는 왜 저렇게 떨어뜨린 거야? 저건 누가 봐도 그냥 막 떨어뜨린 거 아니야?
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the colonial collection room.
He was in a panic? Or the door was locked? Was it an accident?
누구한테
Or
쫓겼으니까
a murder
저러겠지.
then, I wonder.
어허. 뭔가 증거가 이번 편은 되게 제한적이네. 시체를 보관하라. 되게 오래된 경찰국으로 갑시다. 왓슨 왜 저러지? 엉덩이에 종기 났나? 그래서 표정이 이렇게 험악한가? 종기 나서?
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then.
야, 무슨 경감이 꼬봉이야? 부탁하면 다 해줘. 부검을 한번
First of
해보도록
all,
하죠.
let us carry out an external examination. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external
내부 장기를
examination so
살펴보자고.
that we can proceed with the autopsy. There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall
앞으로 쓰러진
in
거
the
맞구나.
water lily greenhouse. The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal. The air from the lungs carries a faint
희미한
floral
꽃향기?
aroma.
꽃향기가 나네요. 개야? 얘는? 네? 냄새를 어떻게 알아?
Nothing suspicious here. No redness, stings, or bruises.
손은 멀쩡하고.
Let us examine the internal organs.
아, 내부 장기라니. 휘파람을 불면서. 뭐가 되게 깔끔하네.
The lungs are congested and edematous.
오열과 부종. 뭐지?
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged,
식물에서
most
뿜어져 나온
probably
독극물.
caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
아, 이런 걸 어떻게 알아 얘는?
The
심장을 꺼내서.
heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
뭔가 되게
The
잔인한 게임이야.
heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
심장엔 아무것도 없고.
The liver is enlarged. It would seem
알코올
that he was
중독.
suffering from an alcohol addiction.
뭐 죄다 알코올 중독이야.
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
쓸개
The
아니야?
stomach
이게
tissues show no
유리야?
visible pathological signs.
되게 쓸개처럼 생겼네.
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
죽기 전 아침 식사라.
My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague
중독사.
Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning, plant poisoning to be more exact.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
we should inform Lestrade?
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
살인사건 덕후야.
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice.
아, 그냥 신문실로
as
오라
well as a
그래.
discreet delve
귀찮게 또 가.
into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson. It is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this
만택이
already, aren't you?
일단
More than a little.
사이코패스야. 원택 일단 도둑맞은 식물. 그러면 서재부터 갑시다. 얘도 참 살인사건만 나면은 오지랖이 대단한 아이야. 도착했군. 신성 백과사전을 뒤집어야 되나?
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
경제학, 공학, 역사학, 약학, 식물학.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I.
역사학? 고대 이집트.
That is not the. That is not. That is. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
어디야? 식물을 어디 봐야 돼? 그리스 시대?
That is not the one I need.
미술협회.
That is not the one I need.
어디야 이거? 주홍색 연구다. 신성 연구.
That is not the one I need.
그것도 아니고. 뭘까? 보석? 무술 신성연구회. 아 이거구나. 식물 숭배를 도모하는 학술석 신성연구회. 해당 단체의 조직원들은 위대한 존재 트레완을 숭배한다. 그들은 정신적인 안정을 얻고 물질주의에서 벗어나는데 가치를 두고 있으며 그 때문에 기부 문화가 활성화돼 있다.
Here it is.
기부 문화?
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
그러면 아 이게 트리완이야? 식물원으로 다시. 이 게임 끝내고 뭐 할까? 이볼브나 할까? 아 아니면 뭐 다른 거 할까? 뭐 하지? 식물원이 좀 멀군. 요즘에 대바대 많이 하더만. 근데 대바대를 하기엔 내가 대바대를 해볼까? 아 근데 대바대 오늘 하기에는 지금 결제도 해야 되고 그래야 돼가지고 세팅도 해야 되고. 조셉 벨림 어서오세요. 아 이 게임 로딩이 뭐 이렇게 많아 또.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, oh, most likely maintenance work. tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
부원장이 돼도 몰라?
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
뭐지?
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better.
근데 대바대가 나중
See, every
되면은
Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the
왕따를
gardens,
당한다면서요?
and it was solely to make an
강바가.
impression. Great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was
말썽꾸미로
overzealous
생각했구나.
and chaotic.
별로 좋게 생각하진 않았네.
So after
그
all,
사람은.
it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that. If you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
대바대 꿀잼이라고?
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say? He was a member of the London
놀기
Smart
좋아하는
Set.
사람이었구나.
He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it
여성
mildly, Mr.
편력이
Mr. Hamish, can you
전체적으로
tell us
좋게
who
말하는 건
holds
없네.
the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son.
관련돼서.
Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he is trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he
아까
wants to
보니까
take
손도
over the management
깨끗했잖아.
here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
그 부자를 다 싫어하네 얘가.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only
그래서
give him
아까 막
cleaning
읽었구나.
tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it.
원장도.
He was furious about it.
He was.
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to
자기 아들을.
criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure.
줬네.
It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
마가렛 화이트는 어디 있는 거지?
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
전형적인 공부만 하는
Quite
아이구나.
naive.
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn.
원장님을
And he,
쫓아다녔다고?
why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her
원장은 아까
attention.
여성 편력이
How
화려하다며.
could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and
또
wonder.
가슴을 졸여. 짝사랑했나?
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
시청식물.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
들어본 적도 없더라.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
그러면 근데 아까
Locked.
화이트를 한 번도 못 봤는데?
Locked.
화이트는 어디 있는 거지?
Locked.
뭐야 다 잠겨 있어. 퇴근 시간인가?
Locked.
뭐야 이거?
Locked.
아 왓슨 나와. 너 그냥 가 집에. 저 방해하지 말고. 알버트가 이 근처에 있었는데? 음악이 왜 또 이렇게 비장하지?